Hey, what's going on guys, TurtyWurty here and welcome back to another video. Now this is going to be the start of a new tutorial series for Minecraft 1.15.1. As I haven't ended the 1.12, I might still be doing some more videos on it, but even less frequently. But I wanted to get started with 1.15, and you know, it's very, coding in 1.15 is very different. A lot of things you can't actually do yet, but they will be soon to come, so don't worry. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is actually download the Jdk, the Jre, and your IDE. So let's go on to your web browser, and the first tab I have open here is the Jdk. So this is the development kit, and just allows you, it's what allows you to actually build applications and stuff. So you're going to want to come down to here. Mine is 8U231. Yours might be a different version, but don't worry, that doesn't really matter. You want to download the one that is for your system. So if you have Windows 64, you need to download the 64 one. If you have 86, you need to download the 86 one, and that will be the same for any of these. You should know what you have. I have the 64, so just click download. Oh yes, you must accept the license agreement, that is correct, so just accept that and just hit download. Well, just click on that, and then the annoying thing that comes up is this Oracle account sign in. Now this instantly makes people really annoyed because they think, oh, I have to create an account. And then you see you have to give job title, work phone, company name, address. You have to do all of that, and that's stupid. You don't have to do any of that. Well, you're meant to. But what I like to use is oracle.com passwords. So this is just logins for Oracle. I think this is legal. I actually don't know. I think it just, yeah. But there's loads of logins here. A lot of them do work, so I'm just going to be using the top one purely for simplicity. They don't all work, so you do have to get the right ones. You might have to test a few, but they should all work. So if you just sign in, you see that the top one works for me. And then you just download the Jdk like that. I'm actually not going to, actually I might as well just download it. Yeah, so just hit save, and that's just going to install. While that's installing, you might as well go and do the Jre. Just go to that. So if you go to this one, which is also, all these links will be in the description, so, and they'll be going in the same order. So this one, you just want to accept the license agreement. This is what allows you to run Java or develop programs for Java. So this is once again the 8U231. You want to download the one that is the right thing, so not .gz, or not for Windows anyways. You need to make sure it's the normal exe. So just download that one, and also put that on my desktop. And these are both going to download now. So that actually, the Jre doesn't actually need the login. That's just the Jdk. So now both those are downloading. Now for this tutorial, I'm going to be using Eclipse, but IntelliJ, and how you actually say that, is mostly the same. I will show you how you can just follow it for IntelliJ, that thing. I'll do a little thing on that in a second. But you just want to go to the Eclipse site and click download, If it's a really slow download, you might want to select a different mirror. So if you just click that, and you can choose a place that's closer to you. The UK one is closer to me, but for some reason it defaults to Germany. I'm not sure why. I don't know. But you just want to hit download, and there's a donate thing if you want to donate it. That's obviously purely up to you. And that doesn't take long to download. Now, we might as well just download actual Forge as well. So you want to come to this site right here, and you need to make sure you probably don't want to download the latest one. So if we have a look, I think the latest one should be fine. I mean, if this here is very important for you, then you might want to get that one, if that's important as well. I'm just going to be using the one before it, because I don't want to get the latest. Sometimes the latest is a bit buggy. That's why it has the little bug thing here. There isn't a stable version out yet, so just so you know. By the time you see this video, there might be a stable version. If so, you want to get the recommended one. Always get the recommended one, as that's the one which will be least buggy. It's stable, it'll be all up to date. But I'm going to be getting 30.0.29. You normally want to get the one before the latest, if possible. So for me, that's going to be this one, and I'm just going to click MDK. Now ignore everything on this site right here, because this is just an ad site. None of it actually comes up for me because I have my Brave ad blocker, but it just gets rid of it. But you just want to click skip right there and download that onto your desktop. There you go. And then we can just close this, actually. There we go. So now we have all of that. Now first things first, I'm just going to create a new folder, and I'm going to call this 1.15.1 tutorial mod. Actually, I'm just going to call it 1.15 because it's the same. Now this tutorial will also work mostly for 1.14 and 1.13. It is slightly different, it's not exactly the same, but most of it is the same. It's just a few odd things which are different. I'm not going to be going through those because this is specifically for 1.15. And there are other 1.14 and 1.13 tutorials out there. Now what you want to do is just put the Forge 1.15 MDK inside of your mod folder. And go into your mod folder and just right click it, extract all, and you just want to extract it to the same folder. Like that. And we'll mess with the rest of that later. So I'm going to close that now. So now that's gone, we don't have to worry about that anymore. Next, let's do the Jdk and Jre. So first you want to do the Jdk, so just run that and go through all its setup things. I'm not going to do that because I already have it installed. And then do the same with the Jre. So I'm now going to delete those because I already have them installed. But just go through the setup. There shouldn't be anything which throws you off or anything. It's just a simple follow the setup sort of thing. And you'll need to do the same for Eclipse. So you'll just want to double click that. Let me see if I actually have. Yeah, I already have it. So if you just run that and actually install it, you'll get to this. And this is where you will need to select the thing you actually want to develop. So just wait for that to load. It will bring you to something like this, and you will want to click this one and just click install. I already have the latest one, I believe, so I'm not going to do that, but just click install, create a desktop shortcut, whatever. If you are on the wrong system, you should do that. But I'm going to close that because I've already done that. So I'm now going to delete that. Yes. Right, so I'm now going to move these there, just for sake. Now let's set up the Jdk and Jre. Well, only the Jdk actually. We don't really set up the Jre. So what you'll want to do is search in your computer for environment variables, and you'll see this one, edit the system environment variables. Click that, environment variables, and I already have it set up, but I will show you what you need to do to get this working. So first, in the top one, you'll need to, let me just delete that. You'll need to create a new, so just click new, and in all caps, Java_home. Now, a lot of these things are case sensitive, so you need to make sure you get this right. And here you'll just want to browse file or directory. Directory, yes. So this PC, C drive. Mine is in normal program files, and you should find Java and just select the latest one. So for me that is JDK 1.8.0_231. That is my latest one. I have a few old versions, but we don't need to worry about those. And just press OK on that. And OK, and you'll see that should add it up here. Let's just check that you don't add anything to this path. No, you leave that alone. And then we can come down to the bottom part, and in here we need to create another Java_home. So I'm just going to edit that one and change this number here. But this one here needs to be the same as this one here. Then in the bottom one you need to click on path and click edit. And here you'll see loads and loads of different things. But you'll need to find this. Well, no, you'll need to actually add that. Let me delete that. Okay, so you want to click new. And this one you're just going to want to browse. This PC, C drive, program files, Java, and you'll want the latest one, JDK, and this time you want to select the bin folder. So just press OK, and you'll see that is added to the bottom like that. And that is actually all you need to do to set up your Java, because now it knows how to access it. So now you should actually be able to open Eclipse. But we don't really want to open Eclipse until we've actually set up our project folder. So if we just double click our folder here, so this is what I like to call the mod folder. Lots of people will call this the mod folder. It's also known as the project folder, the main folder. It has many names, but it's basically the primary main base folder for your mod. So if anyone says, oh, where's your, show me your base folder or show me your mod folder, this is what they are talking about, most of the time anyways, unless they're very strange. And in here, this is basically where all your stuff is for your mod. You won't have anything outside of this. You can delete this, the mdk.zip. I'm going to keep it in there. I don't know, I always just keep it in there. And then here, this is where you're going to want to run a few commands. So if we go to cmd, so search cmd and it will come up with command prompt. And you'll want to locate to this folder. So to do that, just select the path, copy it, and in cmd type cd and the path, hit enter, and there you go, you're at your path. Here you'll want to run a few commands. So the first thing you're going to want to run is gradlu gen eclipse runs. hit enter, and you should see a load of stuff should pop up. Maybe. Yes, there you go. I'm just going to go full screen. Now this can take a while, so I have had someone and this has took 15 minutes. I have in the past known people where it's took like 2 hours. I don't think that should quite happen unless your PC is really slow. Even then I think it would just time out. But this can take a while. For me, it normally takes about 7 minutes. This is not my first time doing this command, so it will be a lot shorter for me. But I'm going to let this command finish, and I will see you guys when this command has finished. Guys, it has done, and for me that took 7 minutes and 15 seconds, as shown here. So I accidentally hit enter, and that put it back all the way up here, so it kind of glitched out a bit. But yeah, if it gets stuck anywhere here, that means that, or here, I guess. No, it would have got stuck up here. That means that it can't find your Gradle, or your Gradle is the incorrect version, or something like that. So you need to make sure you have Gradle 4.9, I think, or 5. Does it say anywhere? Incompatible with 5, yeah, 4.9. So you need to have Gradle 4.9. So if it works fine, then that's good. If it doesn't work, and it fails here somewhere about not being able to find Gradle or something, then you need to get Gradle 4.9 instead. So it's rare occasions, but if you're doing some Android development maybe, or I don't know, something else that needs you to get a higher Gradle version or lower, then that is something. Right, next you're going to want to run, so if you just go down here, you're going to want to run, let me just move it up. Okay, we're going to run Gradle Eclipse, or Gradle W Eclipse, sorry. Some people get really mad when I say Gradle, but it's Gradle W because it's Gradle wrapper. This shouldn't take as long, but I will see you guys when this is done. Okay, so guys, now that is done, that actually took a lot longer than I expected. That took 4 minutes and 11 seconds. So apparently it can take a reasonable amount of time. Now we can close command prompt. We don't need that anymore. Alright, now if you are not using Eclipse as your IDE, and you are instead using IntelliJ, you'll want to go into your mod folder and find readme.txt. If you open this, this will take you through these steps to install it for IntelliJ and Eclipse here, but we don't need to worry about this because you're following the tutorial. So yeah, and if you get stuck anymore, just join their Discord right there. So yeah, we can close that, and we can close that. So now what you're going to want to do is open Eclipse. Now it might ask you to create a new workspace. If so, just put that in your documents or something. Yeah, actually it says that. I don't know why it says that. Oh yes, that's not the workspace I want. I want that Eclipse. No, I don't want that Eclipse. I want that. Nope, I want that Eclipse. I have 2 Eclipses for 2 different things. Because I had a 1.14 tutorial which I started, and I never uploaded it because I felt like it was kind of pointless. Okay, but this is the right Eclipse for me. So what you can do is just create a new workspace. It might ask you to do that, like it just came up for me. So if I just open this one, you'll see. Just give it a second. It will come up with something like this. You can just select your documents or whatever. But for me, I'm using some random folder on my computer. It doesn't matter where your workspace is, that's not important. And then when you're here, you will see it probably won't look like this, but you can organize it to look like this. So close all the other windows. You'll have Package Explorer, Console Progress at the bottom. You can see it is doing setup stuff. So yeah, that's probably what you want, and your code will be all done in this space here. So on the left, you're going to want, oh, don't worry about that. On the left, you're going to want to click import, well, right click and then import, and then go existing projects into workspace, next, and you're going to want to select your 1.15 tutorial mod folder. So select folder, click finish, and there we go. So for some reason there's an error. I think that might just be my bad setup. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. It can be an issue. As long as you see most of this stuff, it should be fine. Yeah, it should be fine. So, 1 second. Let's just... In fact, no, we're going to leave it here. So, I'm going to leave that here for this episode. And in the next tutorial, I'm going to be actually doing the main setup stuff. Just going through all of that and just getting the mod actually working so we can actually play the game. So I will see you guys in episode 2. Goodbye.